in Mindanao. We've been trying on many of our lives to show you around Mindanao and doing some different walking tours, if you could say or call it that. Today it's just kind of an at-home at the tiny house construction site here, trying to clean up, make the property look a little bit better, and so on and so forth. We got quite a mess around. You can see right here, a lot of things got to kind of straighten away. So that's the plan for today's live. So comment, and as I can get to the camera, I will certainly try to do that. I had to find the stand for this thing, so hang with me, walk with me. Oh, look, more garbage. Oh, this is my Filipina. She likes to throw garbage everywhere. Are you watching, Filipina? This is not what we do. I'm giving her a hard time. Because what we do around here, what she does a lot is burn everything. So I guess when something is on the ground, we just realize in just a little bit, we're going to burn it all. So that's why it usually ends up there. And I got a little gray, I call this one Gray Dog. Gray Dog is with me, following me everywhere I go. Gray Dog thinks he's the part of this family here. So I guess in an indirect way he is. I'm just trying to get into the house here right now. And we're going to kind of, oh my goodness, it's one of these things I can never get the right key. I usually find the right key, but today I had camera in one hand, key in the other. Ah, there you go. I'm just trying to find the stand. Oh, found it. Look at that. Here it is. Not too far to go. So I'm going to set up the stand and do a bit of a cleanup today. You can leave your comments and I'll keep coming back to the camera as I can. Just to start straightening away. It's not windy today, so I guess I need to put a rock on this, I don't think. Let's see here. Clean up in Mindanao. Let's see. Oh, maybe I still better put a rock because it's kind of, the balance of this thing is a little off. Let me see. Hang with me, guys. For anyone there. Plus we have dogs running around, like this one licking my hand right now. Okay, hopefully I'll steady it. I won't knock it over. All right. So we got it standing up here. All right. So guys, what we're doing today, we're just live in Mindanao. I'm on the other side. I'll jump in front of the camera in just a second. We're going to try cleaning up here. Live in Mindanao, cleaning up the property. You want to ask any questions or whatnot, go right ahead. I'm going to turn around this and turn it around this way. Don't you love these trees? Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love these trees, man. It is so cool. Just love these trees. So I'll come running, looking at the camera every now and again, see if there's any comments. But in the meantime, hope I don't bore you too much, just trying to get cleaned up here. So everything is everyhow. So we've been working on different things, a lot of leftover stuff. So I'll probably just organize it a little bit, so on and so forth. Maybe talk a little bit about life here. Put my glasses and not break them like I did the other day. That's the thing. So I don't know how far back you can see very clearly back here, but this is our new addition. Right here is just a little place for being able to do some recording inside whenever we do some recording videos or whatnot. Kind of a soundproof room. And here we are. I don't know where to start. I think I'm just putting things back the way they were from the day. The other day I kind of had this all cleaned up, but we decided to make a bed. And we kind of did, with the exception that we didn't actually put it together. We had it inside, ready to put together, and we changed our mind that it wasn't what we fully wanted. So we kind of ditched the project, but that's all it was. You know, it was a project. And that's a good thing. When you can work together with your wife to make a project and be willing to admit together when it doesn't work out. The project, not your relationship. Relationship's good, project not so good. So I'm gonna put all these strips together here. Yeah, such a mess. So this is kind of like real life living in the Philippines. I can talk some about my experience in the Philippines because I think there's different modes when you come over here. One mode is kind of like, oh, this is cool. Let's look around the Philippines and see what every place is like, which we were in that mode for a long time. That's a good mode, kind of like a vacation mode. And then the other mode is kind of like this mode here, where you're just living life, you know? So we're working on this tiny home project here. And you're just kind of around a smaller community most of the time. No shopping malls or anything like that right here in this neighborhood. We have to drive about an hour and a half-ish, hour and 20 minutes, depending how you drive and what the weather's like, to get to a decent city. That city generally is Valencia City, which is a nice city, but we've got a bit of a drive to get there. But that's province living. And province living, you know, depending on what you're looking for, pros and cons. Because where we are, this is overall, it's generally a nicely pretty quiet area, you know. I mean, you have your times of karaoke like any place, and your times of dogs and chickens, but in an overall sense, like right now, I'll just be quiet and listen. See? Quiet. And it's nice. Peaceful. You know, peaceful is a good word. And we got a lot of space around us, which is really nice. So the gray dog is here. Hey, gray dog. He gets happy. He just wants some attention all the time. Hey? All the time. You just love attention, don't you? Right? He's a good little dog, though. Unless you're another dog, then he can be very mean to you. So we're cleaning up today. If you're just joining us, there's nails sticking out of all these boards. Very dangerous. Pile all these 2x4s together. And some of these are so dangerous. So I think I was talking about the two different modes. One's like a vacation mode where you're just going around enjoying everything, totally relaxed. The other is this one here, is where you're kind of just living life practically, you know, spending most of your time in the local province community, which is what we're doing mostly now, and just taking care of little things. So, and then ultimately, by God's grace, it would be nice to just go and visit other places in the Philippines, like do some of this like we're doing, and then maybe take a break and go visit other places and go back into that vacation mode again. I think ideally, if you want a foreigner's opinion about this, ideally, that's kind of at least for me, I guess it's always your point of view, but ideally for me, that is a great way to do it, is to kind of set up camp, if you call this setting up camp, and then later, as you get further along in setting up camp, you go check out other parts and just really try to enjoy and experience new parts of the Philippines. Like we were reminiscing earlier today about when we were in Dumaguete, because while we say we don't really want to live in Dumaguete, which is true, it's nice to visit there. And there was a beach resort that we visited while we were there, and we're looking at our own video today, watching it again, because it was really nice. And I was saying to my wife, Filipina, that it'd be nice to go back there again, because I really enjoyed it so much. And that's the thing, you set up your home base like this, maybe even just get so far along, then you go visit a place like that again, you know. One thing I highly recommend as a foreigner, I'm just giving some of my perspective as a foreigner here in the Philippines, is when you're here, if at all possible, get yourself a vehicle. Because first when we got here, we didn't have a vehicle. I mean, back in 2023, I think it was August 2023, first when we got here. So we're going around in all the local transportation, which is fine. But after a while, it's like, it's just not the convenience you need when you really want to do something at the moment. So we ended up getting a secondhand car from Toyota Motors, whatever they're called, in Valencia. They're really good. Can't say enough about them. Really good. Go to, if you want my recommendation for a car as a foreigner, go to the secondhand dealership part of Toyota and get yourself the best deal you can on a secondhand Toyota from the secondhand dealership, especially in Valencia City in Mindanao, because that guy is super nice and he looks out for you. I don't know his name or anything, but it's usually just the one guy over there. And he really helped us at that time. And then, of course, since then, we've moved on, did different things. And now we didn't have a car. And I went back with my son to the U.S. for a short visit. So then when we came back, it's just myself and Filipina right now. And we needed a car again. So this time, well, we did go to Toyota again, but they're actually so busy and didn't really have much of stock. And we needed something as soon as we possibly could. So I don't know if we were just over anxious, couldn't wait, whatever. I don't know. But we ended up getting a surplus. It's not your typical surplus. It looks a little different. I think it's called a Wagon R, although they seem to call them all the same name, which is not Wagon R. I forget the other name they call them. But it's a little bit of a different shape than the typical kind of surpluses that you see. And generally it's okay, but again, my preference would be secondhand Toyota. And if you're in the Mindanao area, go to Valencia, where because we've had experience there. That's why I'm saying go to Valencia, go to the secondhand dealer Toyota guy, and just have patience. I don't know if we just didn't have patience or if we're just in desperate need to get a vehicle. It's one of the two. But in any case, we didn't wait for the Toyota, and we ended up getting the surplus, which is, like I say, okay, but I'd rather have the Toyota. So if you're just looking for kind of little tips along the way from foreigners here, that's some of my tips. Take it for what it's worth. Every now and again, I'll try to come look at the camera, see if there's anybody typing. So I'll do that now. Anybody there? Are they saying anything to me? Nobody. Hey guys, if you're coming on here, you know, say a few words, say hello. I hope my mic is working. I think it is. You can let me know. Is my mic working? I can't even talk. Is my mic working? Hello, is this thing on? I'm not British, by the way. Poor British accent. But just doing a cleanup day here, live in Mindanao. This is the tiny house under construction right here. And the place we got a mess made everywhere. So I'm just trying to do some cleanup. Filipina is at her mom's. She's doing some washing and things like that. We don't even have a washer set up. We don't have electricity. Tell us your views and all that, because we're getting more people say, get solar, get solar, get solar, which I said from the beginning, we should get solar. But Filipina is sometimes leaning towards it, sometimes not leaning towards it. So Filipina, if you're listening, you can put it in print, put it in type. What are you leaning towards now? Electricity or solar? Let me see, we have, it's a little hard to see with the sunlight. It says, is it Noli? Are you going to the Philippines? I'm in the Philippines. I'm going to go back to cleaning up while I'm in the Philippines. Okay, see, these are Philippine trees. I'll come back and check some more messages in a little bit. So, I don't know if you're joking there, Noli. I'm not sure if your name is Noli. It's hard to see the screen, so I apologize for that. But I'm not sure if you're joking or serious, but I am in the Philippines. This is all Philippines wood, Philippine trees, Philippine property. And just kind of cleaning up because we made such a mess. And the carpenter left along a mess for us as well. So I'm kind of cleaning up his mess and our mess at the same time. At least organizing the mess. I don't know about cleaning up as it is organizing, because it's kind of the same mess in a neater stack. Anyway. Some of this little piece is probably good for burning. Filipina likes to burn grass and keep everything under control, which I really appreciate. She's really good. Oh my goodness. She's so on top of everything. I appreciate her so, so much. So Filipina, if you happen to be watching, these little pieces of wood, this is a good burn pile right here. The bigger pieces we could probably use. And let's see, let's keep stacking. So I gave some of my ideas about cars and buying cars and vacation mode and non-vacation mode. So those are some of my thoughts. If you're tuning in late, you can rewind and get some of my viewpoints. Because before I came here in the Philippines, I was always looking to see what other guys were doing over here and how they were handling it. And then I would take, you know, how they were living life and then try to adjust it to how I might use some of their information and apply it to me. So I just try to do the same. I give it out, what I've experienced and so on, so forth. And maybe it might help someone out there as well. I don't know. Just some of the little life experiences we've gone through and so on. Here's another big one. I've mentioned it before, but maybe you didn't tune in, but it's from my point of view. People come over here and they want to get their condo or apartment lined up and so on and so forth, which is all good. We've done it all too. Came over here initially with the condo, went to rent a condo from the Airbnb, and that is a great way to start too, by the way. Airbnb condo, great way to start, because you don't know anything. First, when you come over, you don't know where to go, don't know much of anything. That's a great way to start. Airbnb condo, get your best deal. For us, it was in Davao. Because my wife, my now wife, Filipina, she's from this Bukidnon area in Mindanao, and Davao is just down the road, about, I don't know, so many hours drive away, 5 or 6, I'm not sure. So that's where we started, and that's a great place to start, you know, condo, whatever. Then as life goes along, and if you decide that you do really like it over here, which does take time, like some people visit on a very short visit, which I don't recommend. I recommend at least 3 months. My opinion, okay? If you're coming over here, visit at least 3 months. Or somewhere around there anyway, to really get a feel for everything. Because first it's like a lot of excitement, which honestly still is a lot of excitement. And I've been here almost 3 years now. But right at the very beginning, you know, it's a probably like, you know, it's just a lot of, oh wow, look this cool, oh this is cool, this is different, that sort of thing. But so anyway, stay about 3 months at least, if you can, if at all possible. Then make up your mind. Do I really like it here? Is it something I would like to continue to keep doing here, staying here, living here, and more? And if your answer is yes, my advice is somehow get yourself a piece of property like this and build some sort of a tiny home, because as good a deals as you do get with the condos and apartments and house rentals and stuff, it's amazing. Excuse me, gray dog. Excuse me, gray dog. It's amazing to have your own property with a tiny home that you know, when you eventually get it done, there's no more fees. There's no more, no more monthly fee, no more make sure you got the rent. And even though you get really good deals over here, because I mean, one of ours was a really good deal. You can go back and watch your videos. One of ours was like only in US, just over $100 a month, which can't beat that, right? But still, say it's $130 or something, like $120, something like that. You still got to come up with that, right? So as you get your home, you finally get this settled, you get it built, it's just either maintenance and I guess your food bill. There's some of the dogs. Sometimes they go a little crazy, like some territorial dogs come in from another territory. It's the best I know how to describe it. They rile up the dogs that are here locally, and for a few minutes you got them all going crazy. So that's my observation. But yeah, so that's another one of my points here about living is ultimately, if you do like it here, try to get yourself property as much as you can, especially if you get your Filipina. That's the best way to do it, of course. You find your better half over here, and you get along and love each other and love God. Find your property, build your home, at least a tiny home, And that's why I suggest too, tiny home, unless you got lots of money, I guess then it doesn't matter. But a lot of us guys are just kind of normal Joes, which you do get called Joe a lot too, by the way. And then once you get built to a livable way, oh my goodness, it's amazing realizing you don't have to come up with that monthly, condo fee, the monthly apartment rent or whatever. And it's just, you got to pay your electricity, obviously, and what water you use and things like that. And that's even pretty minimal over here. My goodness, when you think of it, what are we running? We're running a fan probably the most, just running a fan. Wow. And once in a while, we run the air conditioning, the AC, for a little tiny bit, not much at all. Lately, we haven't even been using the microwave, so that's not even a thing. We got a gas stove there, so that's nothing. Only gas every so often. Not running much of anything with the requirements. Me talking about peaceful a few minutes ago, now we got the dog scene happening. But it's still true what I said, because what I just said is also true. Dogs come in and they start doing this crazy thing every now and again. Sparky, are you getting me? Hey, is that Sparky's dad? Hey, Sparky's dad. Hey, Sparky's dad. Sparky, come here. Here, Sparky. Is this Sparky's dad? This is Sparky's dad. Come here, Sparky's dad. Are you nice? Huh? Are you nice? Oh, nice. Yeah, don't jump on me, okay? Sometimes I think you guys are full of fleas and stuff too, so you gotta watch. Let me come over and check, see if there's any more comments. I think there's somebody saying something. You're going to the okay. The Philippine is nice here, absolutely. And said hi again. Okay, so comments for now. I'm just cleaning up. This is live in Mindanao, property in Mindanao. Just sharing some of my thoughts, so on and so forth, in case you want to tune in live and see what the province living is like live. So sometimes you watch these lives of some of the foreigner guys. I'm not speaking against them, so don't get me wrong. Sometimes people take what I say wrong. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, you watch some of these guys over here. They're sitting in their house on a couch. Could be anywhere in the world, really. So I'd rather be out, at least puttering around, doing something. So if you want to ask some questions, or if we're talking about anything, at least you can be a little bit of a part of the Philippines, right? Not just sitting in, just with always sitting on the couch, delivering a topic or something like that. Like we do some of it in our home. Like this morning we did a live and we're just still in bed talking about the mosquito net. That was kind of for the point of showing the mosquito net and the necessity of it all as well. So we try to make little points, and this is another point, just showing living life in the province. This is province life, typical province life. You're here in the province, right? Cleaning up around your house like you would anywhere. Difference is no snow. I was talking to my sister the other day. 75 centimeters of snow the other day. Blizzard, snow, storm. I'm so glad I'm wearing t-shirt and shorts and cleaning up the property outside. Anyway, leave your comment, guys, if you're watching. I'll keep coming back and checking if there's anybody saying anything. Just cleaning up today outside. This is life in the province. This is Mindanao, live in Mindanao. We are live in Mindanao. Just cleaning up stuff. This sounds like thunder, right? I got a mic on, so it sounds like thunder. Oh, scary thunder. No. Okay, let's put this over here with the trash. I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not. I'm so far away from the camera right now, but this blue thing was our water tower. I don't know if you can see that thing over there. It looks like Santa's broken sleigh. All this was right here. You can go back and watch one of our videos. We talk about it, the catastrophe at the tiny home. It was up here on a structure and it collapsed. That's the structure. And that was just a pile of junk right there. We had to get over that. Which is a whole other point of living here in the Philippines. You have to get over things and get over them quickly, because that was like 13,000 Philippine pesos, which maybe not be a lot to some people, but to us, close to $300 for my money. And that $300 could be better spent than sitting right there broken. You know what I mean? But I'm I said I'm over it, so I'm over it. Just, oh, great dog, you're behind this. Is this your new little place, is it? So, Grey Dog made himself a dog house with the wood that we had here, which I'm a little leery about putting wood like this by the side of the house because I'm afraid I am making homes for varmints. I'm not calling this dog a varmint, but other varmints that I don't like. I don't mind dogs. I like dogs. In fact, love dogs. Maybe I should leave this here for the dog. Maybe it's a good shelter for the dog. And we have this one over here. Excuse me, Grey Dog. Did I ruin your home? I hope not. So, let's see here. Kind of organized junk piles, really. I'll leave the burning for my wife, Filipina, because she knows how to burn. I'm afraid I'm going to burn the whole place down, so I ain't doing it. I don't want to burn the whole place down. Let me see. Do I need to check and move around anything here in the back? Kind of creating my own mess in the back as well. Oh, another point. If you're a foreigner just wanting to learn about things over here, like you hear about people talking about mud. Before I came here, they say, oh, it's pretty muddy here and stuff. And I'm thinking, yeah, but you know, how bad can that be? It's bad. I'll come up and tell you about it in case anyone's listening. But the mud thing, oh man, you just step out after like the last week or so, it's been nothing but rain, constant rain. And oh my goodness, any of the ground areas that's not actual grass, that looks brown, any of it, it's so muddy. You step into it and it's like, the best I can describe it without trying to sound too gross, but it's kind of like when you step in dog poop, you know, and how the dog poop just sticks to your shoe. It's like if you stepped in a lot of dog poo and then you tried walking, it's just all clinging to your shoes, you know, like that's what the mud is like over here, everywhere. Like it's just like this fresh, clingy, wet mud, and it's just, oh my goodness, your shoes it's like you have a new bottom to your shoe because it's the mud level of shoe underneath your shoe. Whenever you're walking, you got this big old clunk of mud built all around your shoe that you're carrying with you on the bottom of your shoe. It's really different for me because we had muddy days, but nothing like that. At least where I'm from. Maybe where you're from is different, but that's a little thing that's different for me, I gotta say. Anyhow, I'll turn this camera around a little bit because I gotta clean up over here now. So we're just continuing to talk about life in Mindanao. It's our car right here. That's the one I was telling you about just a few moments ago. We don't have a Toyota no more. We have a surplus, and that's called a Wagon R. Although I think they call it by a different name, like they call all the surplus cars. I forget what it is now, but I think they call it by a different name. So, but anyway, that one's officially called, or unofficially called, the Wagon R. So now, it's in the front. We usually park it there. I'm just going to try to clean up over here a little. And see what we can do, clean some of this up. And I invite anyone to post any comments or questions here. I'll just keep coming back and looking at the camera every so often. Thanks for, it's really hard to see. I think it's Noli for your few comments there. I really appreciate that. And, oh, another thing I found just yesterday. I love all these solar things, individual solar things. So I like. Found a little solar flashlight. I wanted to see how well it would work. And when we bought it from the store yesterday, it's only 99 pesos. So what's that, about $1 US or something? I'm not sure exactly, but anyway, 99 pesos. And you have solar, or you can poke out this thing and just like plug it in. Although it seems kind of dangerous. I think I tried it once and it's so loose, like with this, I'll just put that back in and try the solar. So I let it run all last night. It's got two settings, like low beam and high beam, I call it. And I left it on low beam last night, all night. And we went to bed around midnight. And the time I turned it off was around 8:30. Light was still on because I'm trying to just do a little test, you know. And now I'm doing a test today because I'm sure it must be close to being dead after being on for 8.5 hours. So I'm just trying to leave it in the, I was going to say sun, but there's really no sun today. It's just heavy cloud. So I'm leaving it in the heavy cloud daylight today. I'm going to do another test tonight and see if it holds up again tonight. And if it really starts holding up, I'm going to buy a bunch of these, because like you could just leave them around and leave the light on in the nighttime for like steps for your walking area. You could just leave it on and point it at your path or your car or something. Have a bunch of these just laying around because it's really bright. And if the charger is charging up like it is, like I think it might be with the daylight, there's a little bit of sun there now, then this is going to be great. I'll just get a bunch of these and put them around too. And we have the other kind of solar lights too. We got some really good deals. There's another solar light, not this one, but on the far tree. I don't know if you can see it over there. It's kind of a black, typical black solar light that you would see over here. We found a place in the downtown Valencia area here in Mindanao that's selling a certain brand one, because I think it's branded wrong or something, wrong labeling or something on it, for like $5 US per light. And they're fantastic. We've got a bunch of them. You know, just put the solar panel, we got them on top of the roof, we string the wire in through one of the windows or something like that. And the light comes on faithful every night, no worries. And you can get a remote with it too, so you can turn off and save on the little bit of battery life comes with it. We just let them come on and go off whenever they want to, kind of thing. But you know, they could last a long time if you're kind of watching the light. Like you go in the room, turn it on, come leave the room, turn it off. The extended battery life would be even more. But even as they are, it gets us right till we go to bed, kind of thing. So yeah, $5 for each one of those. And so I want to get a bunch more of those too. And these are, like I say, about 99 pesos, whatever that is in our money. I'm not sure, but maybe $1 or less. They're just so handy. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that since I was walking past it. Letting it charge here now. Yeah, good. Some sunlight. Come on, sunlight, stay out so we can charge and do a real good test on that. So we're cleaning up in Mindanao today, live cleaning up. Some of this stuff, I really don't even know what it is, but I'm just going to try to organize it a little. Maybe, let's see. I think I'll just put it back over with the wood section. So again, leave some messages. I'll check when I can there, guys. This is live in Mindanao, so the camera can't turn everywhere I go, but I'm here having to chat whenever you guys want to chat, so on and so forth. Throw this one, make a new pile for more junk wood. And now we have a lot of junk metal here from the siding, or what they call metal cladding over here. And another thing, if you want a little bit of tad insight into what we're doing with the tiny house, this is metal cladding, they call it, or we call it siding back home, aluminum siding or metal siding, steel siding, whatever you want to call it. We're going to, actually, this is our outer wall, as you would understand, but we're also going to use it on the inside of our living room area, on one side of the living room, and then use a darker gray color on the other side of the living room, which is outside walling, outside, you know, cladding or whatever you want to call it. But we've seen it done in one of the restaurants we were in, and it looks so cool that we're going to try it. So this white right over here on the ground, if you can see it, that's our inside walls. Now this is just junk stuff that I got to try to put somewhere, which I'm going to try to do. This seems to be the junk pile. I'll go back to the junk pile. So let's see here. I'm not sure where to put everything. I don't want to make everything too messy back here either. But I'll try keeping it all together. Home for spiders. Which again, if you're a foreigner coming over here or thinking about it or just interested, oh, prepare yourself for the spiders. Oh my goodness. If you watched any of our videos, you'll hear me regularly talk about them. But if you're new, there are spiders over here as big as your hand, and they were frequent everywhere, inside and outside your home. Lately, I've been seeing more of the baby spiders, but oh, they're everywhere, and they're still big. Baby And those spiders, I'm not so sure those names go together because the baby spiders are still big spiders. So this is live in the Philippines, live in Mindanao, Philippines, live in the province. And today I'm cleaning up. It's what you have to do when you're living. Sometimes you make a mess, especially when you're building a tiny home. Stuff everywhere. I have to say, picking up things like this scares me a little because we've come across so many weird bugs over here, including a tarantula just literally about 50 feet to my right. A little tarantula put his hands up in the air, went, which we then went over. Back to the pile here. I hope this doesn't look too messy back here. I know we have to still do something with our pile back here, all these piles. But at least it'll maybe look a little more organized. So we'll see how it goes. Try to make it look more presentable in the front first, I guess. And this metal stuff, metal siding, metal cladding, whatever you want to call it, it is sharp, man. After cutting parts of my body with this already. Noisy stuff. So again, thanks guys for anyone watching and tuning in. If you have any questions, I'm not like your typical guy sitting behind his desk, sitting in his living room answering questions about the Philippines. I'm out in the Philippines. This is real Philippine trees, coconut trees. Genuinely live in the province right now. Some of these guys are sitting there in their house all the time doing their lives. And that's okay. It's not like I'm against them, but I'm just saying, like, at least I'm letting you see some of the Philippines, right? While we're just living life. So if you got any more questions or anything, please feel free. I'll just keep coming checking every now and again. So I have to get a drink soon, I think. Another point. I'm just giving you all my thoughts today of how I adjust and things I got to adjust to. Not complaints, by the way, just kind of facts for me, my point of view. Sweating. I've never sweated like this in my life till I came here. It's like a whole nother level of sweating. Just, you come outside and you do almost anything or nothing hardly, and you sweat, or at least I do. And my shirts are soaked. Sometimes I go through, oh my goodness, I think the most I've gone through so far is either 5 or 6 in one day. It's a whole nother level of sweating for me anyway. And like just doing this is a pretty simple task what I'm doing now, you know, picking up little bits of stuff. Oh, gross, look at the ants. Ants, oh, look at the spider. Oh, yuck. This is what I hate. But even this little effort, man, sweat level just goes crazy. Crazy. Ah, spider. And I gotta look out for those ants here. Which brings me to another point. There are ants everywhere, and I mean inside too. Like we stayed at a place in Davao, a couple of places in Davao. No matter where you go, ants crawling over your sink, crawling around corners of the floor, ants, 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 and more ants. So if you're new to our channel, if you're not new, you've heard me say this probably many times, but if you're new to our channel and you want to get rid of ants, we discovered how to by mistake. And I'll tell you again, it's basically flea powder for cats and dogs. Oh, yuck. Oh, this is gross. Oh, I got a little lizard here too. I think these are termites, not just ants. I think they're termites. Oh, gross. Anyway, really gross. Let me try to bring it over out of the way. Ugh, I hate those bugs. Anyway, flea powder, as I was mentioning, that will get rid of your ants. At least it keeps them away, I guess is what I mean. So we just recently got some more of it. And we discovered it by mistake. That story was Mahal, my beautiful wife Filipina. She was putting flea powder on the dogs one night in another place where we were living in Valencia City. And it was late, so we went to bed. Some of the powder was left all over the floor. We didn't clean it up. We were too tired. Got up in the morning, all over the floor, dead ants everywhere. So the flea powder was killing all the ants, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Maybe this is a way to get rid of the ants. And sure enough, I tried from then on, and it worked like crazy good. So now we just bought some more recently. Oh, yuck. And guess what? It just got rid of our ants again. So I think I need to spread it around the property. Oh, these are gross, man. Oh, yuck. I don't know if these are ants or, like I said, the termites. I'm not entirely sure. What's the difference between ants and termites? Can someone let me know? I'm not entirely sure. We have little termite mounds growing every now and again. Maybe I'll show you one before I log off, if I don't forget. Oh, this looks like eggs and eggs of ants and stuff. Anyway, I'll come check the comments in case there's anybody talking to me. Is there anybody talking to me? Come on, guys. Ask a few questions. Tell me where you're from. Are you watching today? Looks like a couple people on there. Not sure. Sorry if I'm clicking my microphone there because I keep forgetting I had the microphone. I keep putting my glasses there too. So sorry about that. Yeah, just thinking about different topics from a foreigner's point of view. So if you're a foreigner watching this live and you're looking for a few tips like I was looking for before I came here, I'll give you another tip. I'm just throwing out tips. Another one is find a really good God-fearing Filipina. One who loves God truly. Not just says they go to church, not just says, yeah, I believe in God. No, one who truly loves God. Like there's a relationship aspect happening in their life with God. That's how I found a beautiful Filipina. That was one of my number one concerns when I even made a profile. Oh, these ants, gross. It was basically, I love God, do you love God? Oh, this is really disgusting. Oh, if you can only see this. I'm just tossing it around, see if some of them disappear. And hopefully they don't climb on me. Oh, yuck. So that's my recommendation for getting a good Filipina. Find one who truly loves God. And I'm not saying everything is perfect just because you found someone who loves God, because we all have our quirks. Even some of the best illustrations that God gave us in His Word of different leaders and so on and so forth, they all had quirks. You can just go read the Bible, but it doesn't mean you're a bad person because you have quirks. We all have quirks. I have quirks. We all have quirks. But your desire is for God. So that's my point. Find one who really truly loves God. And I believe your life will go much, much better. Because even for us in our relationship, sometimes we have a little moment or two not doing so well with some sort of a topic or discussion or argument, whatever you want to call it. But because God is the center of both our hearts, that little waywardness of discussion, argument, whatever it is, pretty much disappears pretty quickly. And I always give God the credit for that, because God's working in my life and her life, and we always, come together. And I think that's what love truly is, God at the center of your hearts. Because when God's at the center of your hearts, you're trying to be obedient to the scripture, which is Jesus. It says God is love, so that's God, that is Jesus. And that's where love is, it's not just a love emotion, oh baby. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. It's love is God, and how much more you put of God in you, I think the better your relationship will be, and so on and so forth. It's my psychology class 101, which is not psychology. It's just my thoughts about relationship with God, how God is important. It's so important. Oh, these last pieces are covered with termites or ants or something. Oh, it's so gross. I'm not so sure I should be putting it back here either. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. So I'm thinking it needs to be more remote, like a kilometer away. Oh, yuck. Being sarcastic. Come back, check the phone. Anybody saying anything? Come on, peeps, say something to me. Nice, hopefully. Okay, so we have somebody saying something, and it's hard to see my screen, so excuse me for squinting and trying to read. Let me see, I might have to tip this a little bit to read. Oh, it's so hard to see. I think I need sunglasses or something. I think it's Martin. Hey, Martin. Back again. Lost connection earlier today. Can't get good ant killer here, but I'm going back home in a few months. I will get some there. I'm telling you, Martin, flea powder. We just got it in the mail literally yesterday or the day before, and we've already started sprinkling around, and ants are gone again. Flea powder. Martin, I'm not kidding you. Flea powder, especially wherever they travel and wherever the source is coming from, and along the crevices and stuff in your house and walls, flea powder, it works 100%. That's our experience anyway. Ryan says, ants are everywhere, Philippines. It's just normal. What do you prefer now, sun or snow? Have you acclimated with the weather already? I think I acclimated with the weather before it came. I'm always the kind of person who loves the better weather, the warmer weather. I can handle hot. I might say, oh, it's kind of hot today, or it might be too hot, but I still rather the heat. Can't beat the heat. But, you know, find a piece of shade. Put yourself under a piece of shade. Drink some water. Life's good. Love it. So acclimation, I don't think I even have to acclimate. I just love it. You should wear sando when you are working. Are you saying sando? Sando when you are working? What's sando? I have sneakers on. Do you mean sandals? Because sandals are another good point I'll mention. I'm just trying to mention anything comes to my head. Well, hopefully maybe some benefit to somebody if they haven't been here and they're thinking about coming here. But I don't know if you're saying sandals or not, but it made me think about sandals, because sometimes I've been wearing sandals around. Oh my goodness, and I forget I'm wearing sandals, and your toes are out like this. Ow! Oh, I forgot about my finger too. Oh, that hurts. I have a bad finger. Anyway, your toes are out, your sandals, and sometimes if you're like me, not used to wearing sandals, you forget, and you do this, and you go, ha, 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 because all your toes just hit something. It's not fun. You know what I mean? It's not fun. So if you're wearing sandals, remember you're wearing sandals. Ryan says, sando shirt. Oh, you can tell I'm well versed in that there, Ryan. So what's a sando shirt there, Ryan? You mean like one of those sleeveless or something like that? That's not my style. I look too ugly. If you can't see it under anything I wear, that's the way it's supposed to be. Anything else, yeah, you don't want to see it. You don't need to see it. You know what I mean? This is a better look for me. You don't want to see what's underneath this. Anyway, I'm back to clean a bit. You guys post something or other. I like to come back and read your comments. It's nice to have a little bit of company here. There's some of our solar, all independent solar. See, to show you up close again. Sorry about knocking the microphone there on my shirt. Not used to having a microphone, walking around doing things. This is the solar panel. That's the solar light. And that's the way we do it all. We have a solar panel, solar light, solar panel, solar light. And that's how we do our solar at the moment. I'm still sometimes Filipina. My wife is thinking, hey, we can't go solar because everyone keeps saying, go solar, go solar. And I read a news article the other day, said the Philippines are going to be make the biggest in the world concerning something with solar and feed the grid. So whenever my wife, Filipina, keeps talking about getting electricity, I remind her, guess where that grid that you want, the grid power you want, guess where it's coming from? Solar. So why not just do solar ourselves? That's my point. Anyhow, I don't know. Okay, some of that's cleaned up. It's looking a little bit better. Got some rocks and stuff still. I need to get the rake here and rake it over a little bit. This is another good point. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to think of all the things. This is a great one. Look at this. Back home, I hope everybody's watching for this one. This is so important. Back home, you see a cinder block. You call this a cinder block back home. I don't know what they are here. Hollow blocks, and knows their name, but you think this is strong, right? You build houses out of these things. All the houses are built with these things. But just look, this is not like falling apart. This is an actual cinder block. I mean, it's half of one. But just look. I mean, I'm just going to squeeze it with my hand. Look. And now it's just like, it's like dust on the ground. This is what they're making houses. And like, I was saying to my wife, Filipina, I was like, is our house going to stay? Because this is it. I just don't get it. Like, maybe it's just me not understanding. So I'm not trying to complain about things as such. I'm just trying to make a point that I don't know. I just don't understand. Look, this is the cinder block thing from back home. Look, I mean, this is how strong they are. You just take them apart in your hand. This is it. No fake, no joke. But I don't know, maybe it's the way this design and the cement is done after keeps it together stronger or something. I don't know, but everything's made out of it over here. You can put these back on. Maybe someone else got the information that I don't know about, that why people use that and all that, you know. Any more comments? No. Okay. Anyway, that's an important thing to think about. So our house is mainly made out of metal cladding or metal siding, whatever you want to call it. But we do have a base of, you know, the hollow block. I used to call them cinder block, but I don't know what they're, just hollow block, I guess, here. So, but the ones back home, the cinder blocks, oh my goodness. I mean, you can barely beat those things apart with a hammer. You barely get a chip out of it with a hammer. And these just crush them with your hands. It's like, I don't quite get it. But it's a real anomaly to me. I have to be quite honest. It's a real anomaly to me how those are used to make all the houses, but yet they can crumble in your hand. I don't, like, there's something I'm sure I'm missing about that. So I'm not trying to blame nothing or nothing like that. I really must be missing something about that, because I just don't understand how it all stays together. I don't know. So if someone can inform me, just help me understand it better, that'd be great. I'm just going to look for a rake here, guys, while you're staring at our yard. I think I have a rake in the back. Maybe what I'll do is I'll move this phone camera thing from a different perspective. So stay with me if the camera's going all fuzzy and everything. We're going off Starlink too, by the way. Starlink is about 50 feet behind the camera from right now. That's where we are. And I'll just try to do this. Maybe I'll put the rocks on it. Ugh, ants there everywhere. Put a couple of these rocks on the foot. Hopefully don't blow over camera. So put the rock on the foot here and on the foot there. Hopefully that'll keep it in place. Okay guys, so just cleaning up. This is live in Mindanao. I'm going to look for the rake, see if I can rake up some of this that I've puttered around with. I don't know if anybody can see me all the way back here, going around the back of the house. I think the rake is back here somewhere. Ah, I found it. I don't even know if the mic reaches all the way back here. Let me know. Does the mic reach all the way back here? You guys can't see. Oh, yuck. What's that? I think it's just mud. I'm way far behind the house. Oh, the air is cool back here. Anyway, let me know if you heard me. I'm really curious if the mic was that good, that far away, and also behind the house. That would be interesting to know. let me know in the comments and I'll read them in a moment. Yuck, this thing got so dirty. See if I can just start cleaning up some of this. You know, I do this kind of stuff back home anyway. So to me, it's enjoyable, you know. And a day like today in the Philippines, it's heavy cloud cover. You know, it's warm and I'm sweating. My shirt's starting to get wet, obviously, but still enjoyable. Someone was asking me if I acclimated, so get that. I guess that means the answer yes. Oh, yuck. This was in the mud. It's full of mud. It's gross. I really need a lawnmower so badly. The only reason I haven't bought one is because they're so expensive. I seen one at a hardware place, and I don't see many, by the way, but I seen one recently at a hardware place. I don't know, it's like $300 or something in my money. I'm like, I don't want to pay $300. And I could think about ordering one online, which I still probably should do that maybe. You just kind of like to go down the road and pick one up and bring it home, you know? Ordering online, we do a lot of that, but sometimes it's like, oh, it takes so long sometimes for things to show up. We ordered a generator, which we do have, and I'm thankful for it. But I'm not so sure it's functioning properly, and then of course you got it online, what do you do? Because I can only seem to get it to work in choke mode. Some people say, well, this is the way that one works. I'm like, I don't think so. It's not supposed to just work in choke mode. It's one of those Toyo Moto something or other. I don't know. Toyo Mama generators. I don't know what it is. But it's a 330 something watt, or 3,300, 3,200 watt. I don't know, something like 3,000 watt. I don't know. But, you know, it works at least currently in choke mode. Some people have told me just to leave it working in choke mode for a while, because I know after 5 hours you got to, you know, change the oil and stuff. We haven't used it 5 hours yet, so maybe part of the reason is I haven't used it enough just to get everything working properly. So if you're a generator person, you know all about generators, put in the comments and I'll look in just a moment, because you'll be helping us. So, like I said, this is live in Mindanao. Anybody got any things to say or questions, feel free. I'll take a look at them and read them in just a second. A lot of guys just sit on their couch and do their lives. We do things differently. We're out and about generally, or if we're inside, we sometimes do them inside as well, as you watch probably. But we like to be trying to do things. A lot of our lives lately have been walking around Mindanao, different places. Hope everybody gets to check those out. Like, we get a lot of people talking about Malay, so we went for a walk up around Malay, one section of it, because we can't do it all. But we did one section that we thought was pretty and everything. Hope you go back and watch that Malay live, where we walked around, leave your comments and stuff. What we really appreciate is if people watch all the way through with any of our videos, because that's what helps the YouTube algorithm. And that's what our channels need, because YouTube says not enough people algorithming you. It's my own terms, my own terminology. Also, Filipina said she's going to call me on the very phone I'm recording on, which I can't tell if she's calling me or not because I'm not near the phone. I'm cleaning up. Maybe I have to check. Let's see. Oh, I'm starting to get very, very dirty and sweaty. Any new messages, guys? Let's see here. All right, let's come back. I think we got a few. Let's see here. Someone was Dexter. Dexter says, "Hi, brother. I'm not. See you since I don't know." Okay. Well, it's been a while, I guess. Maybe that's what you're saying. It's been a while. So glad to have you with us today, or with me today, just cleaning up. This is live in Mindanao in the province. We're just showing you firsthand, instead of just sitting on a couch talking about something, just talking to you while we're outside, live in the province. And anybody want to comment here and say a few things? I just keep coming back here and checking. I need to check also if there's a notification. I don't see one, do I? I don't see any notification. So my Filipina, my wife, is supposed to call me on this thing too, and I can't hear because I don't have any way to hear it. And I'm cleaning up. I just keep checking for her notification as well, because I got to go pick her up. She's cleaning clothes today at her mom's. And first she said, "You come back here and you clean up." And I'm like, okay. And let's see, where's the camera? Okay. And then I said, well, I may do a video. And I said, well, I could do the two of them the same, do a video and clean up, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a video and cleaning up. And try to get somewhat a little neater. A lot of garbage around. Over here, we actually have garbage. McDonald's garbage. When we woke up this morning, I said to Filipina, I said, because we used to Instaboo early sometimes, and we just say, hey, let's go walk to McDonald's. And we do that fairly regularly, which is really nice. So I really missed that part. So I said this morning when we woke up, let's go walk to McDonald's, which now is an hour and a half drive away. So we cannot. But it was a joke. I jested. Lots of garbage to burn. Filipina wife, she loves to burn garbage, and not just garbage, but leaves and trees, and supposedly keeps some of the snakes away. Apparently this is snake season. I don't want to say too much. I don't want them to come around. You're not welcome here, snakes, okay? Not welcome. This over here, hopefully the wind does not pick up or anything and blow all this around everywhere before it gets a chance to be burned. Which I'll leave the burning to Filipina because she does a great job, and I'm afraid I'm going to burn everything down, which I don't want to do. I don't want to see that headline in the news. Foreigner burns the Philippines down, because he doesn't know what he's doing. Anyhow, some of that. What am I just chasing my tail like a dog in circles? Oh, use up some of this fine dirt maybe on the other side, because we want to put a wraparound deck. Slowly but surely getting things done. Things we do have. Just can't really afford to be buying things as such. So, and got a lot of dirt here which we could put on the other side. Maybe I'll start doing some of that now, since I got a lot of this kind of organized clean. I don't know how clean I am, but it's organized clean anyway. Maybe I'll start moving some of the dirt to the other side of the house. And this here was the foot of the bed that we were making, which we didn't make. We were thinking it would be a nice fun project, but since it didn't turn into be so much fun, here's the headboard and some of the other pieces, which we did not complete. But who knows? Ow, that hurts. This is heavy wood, man. That was part of the reason why we didn't finish it. It was really heavy wood, and inside the house, just really heavy wood. Let me see. Is there the Philippines? Oh, she's selling those, which I had no clue. She's back up the car. So we had to back up about a couple hundred feet. And she asked the lady if she'd sell them. Sure enough, she was. And she bought all these from the lady to try to give away, you know, little brooms over here. To me, they're like, I call them witch brooms. They look like witch brooms, but everybody uses these over here, you know, for cleaning outside and wiping things around. So she got these to give away, I think. So those are the 3 witch brooms. So I guess she's going to give those away soon. In the meantime, just right here. Maybe I better turn them up this way. She can give them to whoever she wants. I think that was her plan, also to help the lady out. She does stuff like that all the time. She's got a little bit of change and sees someone selling those, you know, for so many pesos. She's always helping someone like that, always. It's really nice, actually, really nice. Put on my glasses. Anybody else say anything? Okay, let's see here. Dexter says, because I lost my YouTube account. Oh, sorry, Dexter. And it happens sometimes, man. Sometimes they get taken over, stolen, you know, all kinds of stuff happens to those YouTube accounts. But it looks like you got it back. That's good. How'd you get your account back, Dexter? I'll be curious about that one. Anyway, keep watching, guys. I'm just going to move the camera. Oh, sorry about knocking the microphone. I keep forgetting I'm wearing a microphone. So stay with me, guys. I'm going to move the camera now to the other side of the house. And we'll work on this side a little bit. You can see it's pretty messy and mucky. We'll come closer with this. This is where we want to eventually put a bunch of concrete, make like a little deck out around here, maybe a semicircle kind of concrete. Try to point over here. Semicircle concreted kind of deck over here. So I'll put this here, and you can do some more watching. I'll get the rocks again, put on the base of the camera. I don't want that tipping over. Move back with the rocks. Okay, so we'll put a rock on the back and a rock on the front, and hopefully it'll keep the camera nice. Everybody still here? Whoever's here? Let's see, I can't see without putting my glasses on. It's a bit annoying. All right, so yeah, Dexter still hasn't answered, but now we're going to try to work on this. Well, what I may try to do is maybe clean a little bit of this up and then start moving some dirt from over there and throwing it on top of this, because eventually we'll just get some concrete, start throwing the concrete in the mix and making it wet and just making kind of a rough concrete mix. You know, something like that. So we'll just start some of the beginning basics of it right now, after I have to rake one more thing over here. But you can stare at the side of our house. Oh, yuck. I can't help. I see some of these gross things that I'm doing sometimes, and there's, yeah. What did I do with the rake? Oh, here it is. So we have our little roundabout driveway. Come in, do a little roundabout to come in and leave again. It's kind of cool. I like it. We gotta get it to the point that it looks a lot nicer. That's all. Anyway, so this is going to be a little pile. It's a burn over here, so just gotta remember to burn this pile. Okay, I'll leave that there. Now we're coming over in camera view. Anybody there? Or is it the same? I really can't tell. Let's put on these camera glasses. No, still Dexter's last comment. So guys, comment, you know, I'm here chatting. A lot of the guys just come on there, sit on their couch, talk to y'all. We just decided to do wait the couch. Sometimes we'll do it, but we like to be out and about and try to show some things and still talk at the same time. Ugh. Some of this is gross, man. It needs to be burned. So maybe I'll make another burn stack first. And if you watched this stream earlier when I was speaking, I was talking about the mud. This is a prime example of it here. This brown, I don't know how well you can see it in the camera, but all this brown dirt. Oh my goodness, it's been wet for a week now of raining. And just stepping on it, like when I lift up my foot, It's like clumps of mud on the bottom of your foot. It's really gross. It's just different for me, you know. We don't really have it quite the same in my experience of growing up. Although, you know, you get muddy days and muddy places, but this seems like a whole new level for me. Yuck. Where we have this garbage stuff, you gotta watch out for the bugs. I do hate the bugs over here. Sounds like I'm complaining, but I don't mean to be complaining. I'm just saying certain things I run into which are not my favorite things, but overall I do love the Philippines. So let me correct that before it gets out of hand. I do love the Philippines. Honestly, I do. I'm trying to put all this garbage in one corner, so hopefully I can make a burn pile out of this as well. I'm leaving different piles for Filipina to burn. Filipina, if you happen to be watching this, which I don't know, but I'm making some piles for burn, because you will do very good at burning these things. Unlike me, I'm not so efficient at doing the burning things. She is very good at, you know, getting the old grass burnt up and all that kind of stuff. She's very good at it. Somewhere over here in the evenings, the wasps have been coming out. We have an update to our tiny home coming out tonight, Sunday. I guess it'd be Sunday morning in North America. About 8 o'clock Eastern time in North America in the AM and 9 o'clock PM here. Philippine time is going to be like our latest update on the tiny home. And it starts off by showing Filipina right there in the kitchen. She's chasing the bees with smoke on a tip of a pole, trying to get them out of the house, because somewhere here in the night when they see these lights, apparently from what I read on the AI, the wasps are attracted to the bright lights and they get disoriented and stuff, but they're attracted to the bright lights. But we hadn't had any last while, maybe because of the rain. Oh, this mud is disgusting. Oh, it's like that kind of mud, you know? You step in it and just squish, squish, squish. This big orange pipe is just a pipe for the gray water from the sink, which is hard to have any water because we don't seem to be given any for about a month. So we're bucketing water from the rain, like barrels like this coming off the roof. It's like about 5/8 full maybe right now. But rainwater really helps when you need it for certain things. Let's see. Oh, I hate walking on this mud. It's so gross. And we have water pipes and things you have to be careful of here. I get it to bounce over the pipes. So we're live in Mindanao for anyone joining us late. Rather than sit on the couch and have discussions, we kind of come outside, do things, and we'll check the camera every now and again for any comments. So please comment. Thank you for those who have already for participating in our live. This is Mindanao province in the Philippines in the flesh, in reality. Oh, and a real fly in my ear. Oh. Maybe you can hear it around the mic sometimes. It's like that. Okay, so we got a burn pile down there. Got to also watch out for these black ones. Well, that one, not so much, but these right here, which you probably can't see on the camera because it's too far away, but clotheslines, you know? And I'm tall, and they're black. and I don't see them. It's good hanging material for foreigner guys who are tall. You don't see them, next thing you're running your head or your neck into them. It's not fun. Maybe funny to watch, but not fun when you're the person. And some of the buckets we've been using for water and cement. I'm watching for wires over my head. We put a little concrete floor down over here in the back, which you can't see, but I think I showed it in the update coming up tonight or early morning, Sunday morning in North America, whatever time zone you're in. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from, what time zone you're in. I'm gonna come back and look at some comments again now. I may start moving some dirt over here, but I'm starting to get very, very sweaty. Do I want to continue the sweat? We'll see. Yeah, just Dexter's last comment. So guys, if anybody wants to join in with a discussion, and if anyone's watching, sometimes there's somebody there, sometimes there's nobody there, but rather than just sit on the couch and do our lives, we like to come outside and do our lives, and while we're working, we're talking, and then we just come and check your messages as we can back and forth. So we look forward to you coming, saying something. We'll come back and read them again. Is anyone, if you're watching, have you been to the Philippines? Do you live in the Philippines? Are you what's called a foreigner like myself? They call us, you're here from away, obviously, you're a foreigner. Are you a foreigner trying to get here? Have you been here? Are you planning on coming here? Any of those kinds of questions or thoughts? I'm thinking about moving some dirt on the other side of the house over this side, because eventually we got to put some cement here. And I thought maybe I'd get a head start and just start throwing little bits of dirt, but then I'm going to sweat a whole lot more. And I'm debating, should I be sweating now or not? So I do have to go back and get Filipina in a few moments too, I think. She's washing clothes at her mom's. Oh, excuse my finger, guys, because I'm trying to see if there's any message from my Filipina. I'm trying to pull down the tab to see. Don't seem to be. In case you're wondering, apparently the temperature says it feels like 33 degrees right now. It says actual 29, feels like 33. And I would venture to say every day feels like mid-30s. It's like the mornings are the best times of the mornings, as well as the late evenings, especially the morning because you got your daylight too. Cool air and daylight. So that's why I like the mornings best. I like the evenings nice too, though. Then in the day, like now, middle of the day, you pretty much count on 35-ish. This says 30, feels like 33 right now. And this is with cloud cover, like thick cloud cover. Just very minimal patches of blue sky. Like I'm looking over there and see a very small piece of blue sky, and that's it. Everything else is heavy cloud cover, because we've been getting so much rain lately. And okay, so no new comments. I'm just puttering around. I think I might save the shoveling for another day, because that's going to be a lot more sweat. And I'm already sweating profusely. I'll just probably continue to straighten up here a little bit. So let me see here. Tip this down a little bit here. Move this over a little bit, maybe. Hang with me. I'll move this over a little bit. Oops. Turn this over. Oops. I think I got it. It's the front door. Let's see here. I'm just trying to work on some of this right here, maybe. Okay. So guys, feel free to post along anything in the messages you like. I'll keep checking as I can. Still just cleaning up some of this little area here, I guess, because I don't love how this looks. I thought I'd make like a little temporary sitting area out of some of the blocks that were the floor ceramic tiles that I had left over. But this didn't work out that great. I might just leave those there for now, but stack these in a pile somewhere, because it didn't too well. They just all cracked up in little pieces, as you can see. bits and pieces of ceramic tile that weren't used. I don't know what to do with them. Seems like they could be used for something, but I hate to just throw things away that looks like they could be used for something. Maybe just to keep down the grass from behind. Maybe we could do that. Yeah, that might work. I'll just spread them out behind the little rocks here on top of the grass. Keep the grass at bay, if you will. You know what I mean? So along the way in this conversation, while we've been live, if you didn't catch it all, you want to go back to the beginning. I tried to share a lot of my little tips and things I've noticed along the way, and my little, I guess, tips for living that could help someone. I've tried to throw in a bunch of little tips along the way, so hopefully you'll get a chance to go back and listen to some of those. Gross. About winding down, I guess, soon with the live, but just cleaning up around the house today. That's what our live is. We're live in the Philippines, live in Mindanao, Philippines, live in the province of Philippines. And this is what it's like, just, you know, living life. So, you know, makes you think about your retirement or whatever. A lot of guys wondering if they can live. You know, it's kind of a no-brainer in a lot of ways, because you just look at your life now and figure, okay, am I making income somehow right now? If so, will that income still come to me wherever I am? If the answer is yes to that one. Okay, how can I live somewhere that I would really enjoy living with that income? If it's where you are, well, that's fine. You already won. Because you are where you are and you're earning your income and you're happy. But if you like to try somewhere new, someplace like this, I'm not saying you got to do it, but I'm just giving my input, my perspective. Someplace like this, if you don't have any debt, and that's our problem, I got debt. But if you don't have any debt, wow, what a dream this place is if you don't have debt. If you have any kind of stream, and you can, stream of money, I mean, and you can find a place like this in the province to live, and you have no debt, or very little debt, I mean, we're still making it work somehow by God's grace, even with me under a ton of debt, which I do not recommend, by the way. Do not recommend. Not anywhere. Not this over here or home, wherever. Debt is not fun. But especially if you don't have debt over here, you want to stretch your dollar still in 2026. You can do it. And I think if this is the kind of life you like, warm air, sometimes really hot in the middle of the day, but you know, kind of like summer every day. And this is a place to come because your money will suit you. Now, if you try to be too extravagant, that's where it kind of, what they say, you know, bites you in the butt. Because, you know, you, like anywhere, you overspend and then you start getting into debt and ruining. But, you know, just live sensibly. And over here is a great place if you live sensibly and you're not in debt. I wish I did not have the debt. I'm praying God to help me. Because I didn't really incur the debt out of stupidity and wasting money. It's been more or less incurred by trying to help and be beneficial in different ways. And that's kind of where my debt came from. It's not so much wasting money on things. It's trying to be useful and do good things. But now it's kind of hard financially. But again, looking to God and praying that God will do something to help financially. But it seems like every time we mention things like this, people say, oh, you're just e-begging. But we're not trying to like e-beg as such. Like, we just kind of tell people about our situation. And, you know, if anything, it's kind of a warning to others. Like, try to be a little more careful in other ways to not end up with the extra debt, because you really don't want it. I'm telling you, if you can think of any way to not be in debt, don't be in debt. Do your best to stay out of debt. However you can do it, stay out of debt. There's the other gloves. I was wondering where they went. So maybe I could just leave some of this behind. That way the grass won't grow as much. Keep it at bay, as I was saying. Because I don't have a lawnmower, which I really miss. I really miss a lawnmower. Man, when you come over here and you're starting over again, highly recommend, number one, get power tools. Get a generator so you can run your power tools. Have a lawnmower. Have the basics of life. It will make your life so much better. Like right now, I'd love to have a lawnmower. Oh, this would start shaping up so good with a lawnmower. And I don't mean a weed eater. I mean a real lawnmower, you know, a push lawnmower. Oh my goodness, it will start looking, you know, with a few mows after a few weeks, man, it will look sharp. It will really start looking sharp. I just can't get it right now. It's too far behind with the finances. But if you can, when you come over here, do these kinds of things. Get your lawnmower, get your power tools, you know, circular saw, basic ones, your drill. If you're going to live in the province, just have some of the basic needs, because they're real come in handy. And buy screws, don't buy nails. Oh my goodness, everybody's using nails. I'm like, really need screws. Anyhow, anybody else talking? Nobody else talking. Well, I'm just chatting live here, just trying to bring our live outdoors and into the scene of the Philippines, rather than just sitting on a chair or a couch in the table and you guys seeing nothing. You can do that anywhere in the world. At least this way you get to appreciate, you know, this is outside in the Philippines. This is like, you know, nice, comfortable. Got a little breeze blowing right now. Oh, comfort plus. It is so good. This is our tiny house. We got an update on our tiny house coming out in a video on this channel. You see our faces underneath this live video? Click on our faces, then you click on the video tab. And then when you're on the video tab, you'll see coming up 9 o'clock p.m. Philippines time, which is about 8 Eastern time. You'll see our update come out about our latest, what's happening with this tiny house. So we're trying to keep everybody informed. We have, it's a little hard to read the screen. I think it's Rowena. Is that a newly built house? Yeah, this is our tiny house I'm trying to talk with. It's not finished or anything. We're still working on it. It's under construction, but we're living in it. It's under construction, but we're living in it. And we got a lot more to do. And I'm mentioning the updates are on this channel. If you click on our little face below this live, it'll show a videos tab. Click on the videos tab and you can follow our updates. We started with dirt here, and you can follow our dirt update from dirt when there was nothing here, and see how it came together to this point. Like I say, the latest update will be out in, let me see, how many hours from now? 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, about 7.5 hours from now, the latest update will be out. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. So it's a metal house, a little bit of concrete footing right here. Concrete footing with a concrete, you know, plateau, bottom, whatever you call it, base. And this is all metal, what they say metal cladding. Back home we call it metal siding, and a metal roof. Metal roofing. And it's just a tiny house. You know, we got a little living room there, a little bedroom, actually two, a smaller bedroom and a bigger bedroom, a little tiny bathroom and a small kitchen. And suffices. And I'm just we're hoping to put like a wraparound deck right here as we continue. Maybe even, like I say, wrap around all the way out here. We got a little bit of one on the back as well. And then the front is a lot of yard here. Filipina, my wife wants to grow food, and so she's hoping to start that soon. And I would like to grow some lime or lemon trees. I would also like to grow some fruit, like maybe even a pineapple or something, just a few that where I can come out and say, hey, I got my own fruit. I got it from the yard today. I've never experienced anything like that before. That'd be kind of cool for me. Anyway, so just me rambling on with our live. I just like to do the lives outside. And if you go back on our lives, this live part of our channel, you'll see us walking around, because, you know, people don't get to be here. It's kind of nice to see firsthand, at least from a snippet point of view on your larger screens, if at all possible, like some of the townships and some of the amenities of some of the places we travel to. We would just walk around, taking anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, sometimes a little longer, showing you, this. We just walk around. It's a good way to experience it, help you make a decision if you really want to come here or not. So, where's everybody watching from? If you want to make a mention where you're watching from, or if you're coming here or whatnot, So Rowena says, so you enjoy living here in the Philippines? If you're asking if I enjoy living here in the Philippines, my answer is absolutely 100%. I enjoy it here. I don't know what to say. I think it's really, really beautiful here. I mean, I'm technically just visiting here. We got married just a little while ago. So when our paperwork is finalized, I think we're going to head back to North America for a while because my wife hasn't seen snow and things like that. So we're just waiting to finalize some more paperwork. But we got married here just a little while ago, maybe 6 weeks ago now, 5 or 6 weeks ago. And when we get the documents that we're supposed to get, implemented within the government kind of thing, then we have to fill out some more paperwork for her, I think, to come back to North America. And that's kind of a temporary plans. But while I'm here, I'm really just visiting. But some people might call that living, because I mean, I'm here for a fairly long time while I'm visiting. So whatever you want to call it, I enjoy being here. I think it's really, really, really beautiful. I mean, the scenery, looking out these windows, oh my goodness, it's just so pretty. Temperature is like summer to me. It's like summer every day. I like that. I've had too much of winter all my life, and the cold and the snow. I don't like that. So yes, I'm kind of giving you a long answer, I guess. And so I guess if you're, say, living here in the Philippines, you're here in the Philippines, which part of the Philippines are you from? And if it's one of those complicated names, I'm really sorry, because I may not know how to pronounce it. My wife, Filipina, is not here at the moment. She's washing clothes at her mom's. I'm from Luzon. Okay. Nuva, hard to see in the camera. Isija? Something like that. Nuva Isija? But anyway, Luzon or Luzon is up in the north, right? So I would like to visit Luzon in the best season, which I think is around your summer, which is coming up soon. That would be nice to visit. But it seems like, other than that, it seems like a kind of a dangerous place to me from what I observe. Like some of the worst winds and worst storms all seem to pass through in the top part of the Philippines. Down here in Mindanao, it seems pretty stable overall. Like we're getting a lot of rain lately, and I guess you gotta watch out for those mudslides depending on where you're going and stuff. But Mindanao seems pretty stable in a lot of regards when you look at everything that happens in the Philippines. So I kind of like the stability here, but I would like to visit all the other places in the Philippines at the best times. So that's my take. Like, even now, like we're building this, I'd still like to take a little break now and go somewhere else and visit somewhere else, and then come back again, and so on and so forth. That's another thing I love about here in the Philippines, is that especially if you book in advance, you can book flights, oh my goodness, next to nothing, and go almost anywhere in the Philippines, return trip, when you book far enough in advance, like, I don't know, like $50 of my money, and you get to experience another part of the Philippines, which is really cool. So it makes everything so accessible, and I love that part of the Philippines too. So if there's nobody else commenting, it's been about a little over an hour and a half. I may end the live, but looks like there's still a few people clicked on there. So if anyone's got any questions or anything to say, or just tell me where you're from or anything. I was going to move some of the dirt from the other side of the house and move it over here, but after cleaning up, and it's already starting to get quite sweaty and wet, I might just save that for another day. Don't have to do it today. I can do it another day. And plus we need to still get cement and stuff too. I'd almost rather have the supplies here to start putting it all together, at least a piece at a time, rather than just do the rock today, and then another day. I don't know. I just like to have it all together and work on it together. So today was a cleanup day, and I managed to get a lot of it cleaned up, I think. I made some little burn piles to burn some things. So it's neatened up a little bit into piles, and a few piles getting ready to burn. Anybody else? Let me see. Rowena says, I'm from Luzon. Oh yeah, I read that one. I'm reading again. So I guess if no one else is saying anything, I'll hang up and I'll check on my wife and see if she's ready to come home. If she's finished her laundry, I'm not sure. And I know I gotta get a drink. So again, guys, if you want to watch any kind of update on our tiny home, it's coming out tonight, Philippine time, around 9 p.m., which is about 8 a.m. Sunday morning in North America. And we're going to give you the latest update and where we are with our tiny home to the current. Also, it really helps us with YouTube analytics if people watch a video from the beginning right to the end. So we're asking if you could at least watch one video for us from the beginning right through till the end. We really would appreciate that, because it helps with the YouTube analytics and algorithm and stuff like that. And we have a very tiny channel, really, and we have other channels too if you ever want to check them out. We have a directory of sorts on our website. It's called filipinamoments.com. That's our kind of like a directory. Filipina Moments, like this channel, Filipina Moments, but then .com goes to the website, the internet website, and it's a directory of all our different channels. So I have like a Christian channel, vlogging channel, cost of living channel, another channel similar to this, but a little different, more raw footage. A bunch of different channels. So we just like doing lots of different kinds of videos. So anyway, if you want to check them all out, we'd appreciate it, especially if you watch one video. We'd be ever so grateful for that. And of course, liking and subscribing. Subscribing would really be nice. It's kind of like a little rewarding thing for us as well to see more people joining in. We really appreciate it. And say, God bless you all for now. See you guys later.